What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Lightning Swords of Death, entitled Baphometic Chaosium. This is released on Metal Blade Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of Los Angeles, California, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be, well, pretty much, I would say they're a blackened death metal band that crosses the fine line between either metal genre. Lots of black metal and death metal influences with this band, and just a tiny hint of thrash thrown in there too. I first got introduced to this band back in 2010 with their sophomore album, The Extra Dimensional Wound. This is an album I immediately fell in love with the minute I heard the title track of this album. Just the way the bass licks and the guitar riffs on that song was just absolutely amazing. And there was so much else to enjoy about it in my view. Just the sick, twisted vocal styles, just the overall darkness and atmosphere that surrounded this record. It was just really sick. And by listening to this album, it led me to their 2007 album, The Golden Plague. That really showcased the kind of style that this band does, an almost really monolithic, crushing style of blackened death metal. And over the years, this has been a band that I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of. And when I heard that there was going to be a brand new Lightning Swords of Death record, I was very much excited when I saw that they came out with one of those little lyric video kind of things, promotional videos for the title track. I was pumped. I was very, very pumped for that, and lo and behold, we have their third full-length entitled Baphometic Chaosium. It's 8 tracks, and it runs around 38 minutes in length. And this album picks up right where The Extra Dimensional Wound left off. But to me, after giving this album multiple listens, I feel this album is taking more of a black metal approach than the last album did. You can still easily tell that this is a blackened death metal band, but the black metal influences that are on this record are very, very obvious in my view. And I think those influences really make this record definitely something to listen to and pay attention to. Like the previous album, the guitar work on here is very much powerful. It's a very dominating guitar performance. I really enjoy the way the riffs are. The chords just sound very crushing. The tremolos sound really nice. I really dig how dizzying some of the guitar work can be on here. Take, for example, track 6. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm just going to say track 6. There's a section on this song, I want to say halfway towards the middle of the song. It's almost as if you're entering a beehive of some kind. Just a swarming attack of guitar riffs come right at you, and it's just scary sounding. It's a very scary sounding guitar sound. I really dig that style. And the guitars on here sound really good. I dig the way they sound and the way that they're played. Very well done. Bass. The bass guitar on The Extra Dimensional Wound was incredibly dominant and crucial. Very loud, very nasty, very clear. This time around, it has the same kind of attack that the previous record did, but it does tend to set itself back just a little bit. But that doesn't mean it's not audible and clear when you can hear it quite perfectly. When you hear the bass doodles at the beginning of Baphometic Chaosium, you can hear them quite well and quite perfectly. But overall, it's a bass guitar that blends in nicely with the guitars. It's suitable. It's really good sounding in the mix. I dig it and enjoy it a lot. Drum-wise, the drums very much have the different kind of variations you would expect from this band. You're going to get a lot of solid, fast, double bass pedaling, good solid blast beats, just the way the snare and the toms sound. It's really, really good. Very well patterned out, very well thought out. I mean, if you've listened to this band's style before, you pretty much know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to expect. And the drums that are on here are really, really good. Very powerful hits. A lot of good solid beats and patterns going on here. Very unique, even to some of the more lengthier and darker kind of tracks like Epic Clarium. I want to say track number 7. I really dig the pace on that track. It's really nice. And we get to the vocals. This guy has such a sick voice. I love the way he delivers his vocals. It's very evil and twisted, very high-pitched, raspy screams. You can understand everything he says, but the way he delivers it just sounds really nasty. He has such a nasty voice. And there are moments on here where it almost seems as if he's breaking out into spoken word passages. And I kind of totally was not expecting that. I want to say the track Acid Gate. There are moments where you hear his high-pitched, raspy vocal screams, but then he breaks off into more spoken word variations. I think that's very interesting. But more likely than anything, I enjoy his regular growls, his high-pitched screams. It's scary. It scared me on the last record, and it pretty much scared me with this record. This guy has such a sick voice. So, overall, in comparing the last 2 Lightning Swords of Death records, I honestly can't say I think this is better than the Extra Dimensional Wound or greater than the Extra Dimensional Wound. I'd say they're both on an equal level playing field. But this is such a kick-ass record. If you're a fan of blackened death metal, black metal or death metal, Lightning Swords of Death is a band for you to definitely check out. If I had to pick any tracks, I would definitely say the title track for sure. Psychic Waters, Chained to Decay, track number 6, and the closing track, Oaken Chrysalis. I really dig that song, so I'm going to show you the album again. This is Baphometic Chaosium by Lightning Swords of Death. This is released on Metal Blade Records. Support this band, and I'm going to give this a strong 8 out of 10. Really, really awesome black and death metal from the USA. Support Lightning Swords of Death. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.